particular tape I've entitled Wag the Dog. And on this particular tape, we want to deal with a lot of the things that have been taking place in the news. Now, I have a 4-tape set that I'm coming out with called The Illuminoids, which is going to deal with the science of self. And it's a very interesting and very heavy information. And it deals with mind control. It deals with various types of therapies to deprogram yourself of mind control. So we are all under some form of mind control. Just the mere fact that you speak English is a way that you were trained in this particular realm. You see, so that's all a form of mind control. So we want to expand our consciousness in these particular times. And as I said on one of the ultrasonic hallucination tapes, we want to get more into is this Planet X or Nibiru.
Planet X.
Which is, this tape will deal with the update on that. And you want to kind of understand what I'm going to say.
For those that don't know, this guy is no longer here. He died, I forgot what year, but it's been some years ago.
As far as decoding various symbolism that goes down in these particular rituals. Many of the rituals of the Illuminati deal with mind control. Basically, the whole population of America, I would say about 2%, 2 to 3% of the population of America is not under mind control. Most people believe what they see in the newspaper or to some degree what they see on the population of America is 2 to 3% of the population of America is
now you hear the numbers now. This was recorded in 2003, and the brother said 2% are not under mind control. Is that too hard for you to fathom? Take a look outside. I got a bot outside yelling right now, screaming on top. He does some dude that be in the house screaming on top of his lungs. Don't know who the guy is. Don't even give a damn. Mind control.
Not under mind control. Most people believe what they see in the newspaper or to some degree what they see on television. And whether they may say they don't believe it, but you can see it in their actions. People can say whatever they want, but you understand that you manifest these things in your particular reality. So we're going to get more into that. So this tape is termed Wag the Dog, and we're going to deal with
what's
been going down lately, which is lies.
What's going on, Angel?
Lies.
Glad to see you.
This is the
Glad to see you here.
And it's showing weapons on the front with Bush's face dotting the I.
Come and get some of this information.
Lies. This is the Village Voice.
Hit the like button.
And it's showing weapons on the front with Bush's face dotting the I. So we're going to get into, as I said before, Wag the Dog, lies. Because that's basically what has been going on. Basically, with this whole war situation, they have been blatantly lying to you, and we're going to deal with that. But first, let me lead you up to how this all began as far as this year's ritual.
You taking a break from your own work? What kind of work do you do? I know you say you're out in the country, right? Are you still making videos? I gotta check your channel out. Send me some of your put some links in the comments section. Not the live comments, but like videos. Just put it in the comment section. Because if you put the links in the live, I think it's not going to show up. So you could put it
If you remember, if you live in New York, there were 3 or 4 children killed on, I believe it was New Year's Day. All 4 on that one day shot. So you got to understand how this goes down. They didn't publicize it like they wanted to because the war was in the limelight. And the war is dealing with distractions. And they want to concentrate your energy within that war, you see. Because war itself is a ritual. It is a sacrificial ritual where you sacrifice with his blood and cut up pieces. When you read in the Genesis where they would take a lamb. And
that's good. That's good, Angel. You ain't got to make no video. All you gotta do is come here. You tuned into the best channel.
They would cut the lamb up into pieces and spread the blood on the altar and burn it. And that's this. Because war itself is a ritual.
War itself is a ritual.
And the war is dealing with distractions. And they want to concentrate your energy within that war, you see. Because war itself is a ritual. It is a sacrificial ritual where you sacrifice with his blood and cut up pieces. When you read in the Genesis where they would take a lamb and they would cut the lamb up into pieces and spread the blood on the altar and burn it.
I know it was the blood.
And that's what happens in war. But there's another very interesting article.
The blood,
which was took place on February. Well, the article came out on February 16th, and it's showing, actually, it says mass appeal, and it's showing crowds of people all around the world against America attacking Iraq. But we have to understand that Arabs are basically the ones really who stole your birthright. That's what when you see the land of Iran, Iraq, those were all lands that were black lands, actually. And when you see an Arab, that is a mixture. That is a mixture of the Moors, the children of the Moors, you see, who in actuality treat you like an orphan. You see, treat you like who you are in actuality, your DNA structure, you are their fathers. You must understand that. So, I have no affinity with them, but only to show you the mind control and the various things that go on dealing with your reality and controlling you. You see, and controlling you. You see. And of course, we have Bush, who, and his regime, which was taken over by a coup. Remember when the World Trade Center was blown up? They came out with this, they gave us an album cover with this rap group called The Coup. Now, coup was actually symbolic of what was taking place. You see, the U.S. government has been taken over by a coup. You see, a coup. Which was these so-called Illuminati, skull and bones, the Bush family. Which most of this took place a long, long time ago. That's why you had Senator Wellstone being killed. And that's why you have, now, you're seeing more lies perpetuated right in front of your face than ever before.
Well.
And although we ridicule, and including myself, ridicule the way the Bible has been taught to us and some of the translations and so forth, but if you really understand yourself and understand certain principles, and not only that, but understand certain information that you come across, you understand there are various things in the Bible that are very true, because the Bible is basically a code that has been mistranslated and so forth, you see. So it says in the last days that they would rather believe a lie than the truth.
Facts.
And that is the masses of people today.
That's where we at, y'all.
And this is not only based upon the actual ELF that's being bombarded.
This is, like I said, this is 2003, y'all. So now we in 2026. Far worse. Far with this brother right here, he lucky he ain't here. He lucky, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he didn't transcend and come through the reincarnation loop to do it again. So he's very blessed to be gone from this wicked ass, dumb ass planet.
We're being bombarded by huge amounts of ELF waves, microwaves.
Yeah, right, tell me about
causing you to commit suicide, causing people to go out and do various killings, causing people to have heart attacks. You see more sickness on the planet than ever before. Microwaves being bombarded by huge amounts of ELF waves,
Oh no.
microwaves,
Yeah, gang
causing
stalking.
you to commit suicide, causing people to go out and do various killings, causing people to have heart attacks. You see more sickness on the planet than ever before.
Is he lying, y'all?
To these
is he lying, y'all? T.I.'s where you at? Hit the like button. Is this man lying? More EMF, more microwave weapons, more suicide, more people taking themselves out because of the weapons.
Electronic waves being various killings, causing people to have heart attacks. You see more sickness on the planet than ever before. You see, due to these electronic waves being shot out of these cell phone towers, telephone towers, light posts, antennas, whatever.
And that, look, he said this back in 2003. We ain't had 5G up there and hiding in the trees back then. Or did we? Ain't no telling what was hiding up there.
But besides the bombardment of ELF, there is also this gigantic planet, which is about 3 times, they say, 3 times the size of Earth, moving within our vicinity. Now, it is in our vicinity, came into our vicinity in March. And it's supposed to, its orbit will be near us for the next 12 years.
The orbit of Planet X.
Or Planet X, or whatever you want to call it. It has various names. That particular planet is the very foundation of what the Catholic Church has been hiding from the masses of people in their underground caverns, which was dealing with this planet, which was all the embodiment of all the various gods. You see, Planet X is the actual Christ return. It has a 3,000-year cycle or more. And this particular Planet X, which is the black sun or the black moon, it's known as Kali, it's known as Shiva, it's known as various names. In the Bible, Wormwood, it just has so many names. Marduk, the Winged Globe, Apep, Seth, Typhon, Nemesis, the Dragon, Lucifer, the Christ, the Krishna. So we have this.
Hold on, let me look at your comments real quick. You said they put you in the mental hospital about a month ago, forced me to take medicine again. I'm still getting my legs, ankles, feet, and toes back, getting better, taking too long. Word, what happened? You gotta make a video now. Now fuck that. You gotta make it. You talking about you ain't making no more videos? No. You go ahead and make another video. And when you make another video, not right yet, you ain't gotta do it yet. I want you to stay here. Watch the video. But when you get done, go ahead and make a video about your testimony and put the link in my comment section. All right?
Particular Planet X, which is going to cause various, we've already seen there are meteorites. I have 2 articles here. There's meteorites that lit up the Indianapolis, and there are giant tornadoes in Florida. The weather pattern for the last 20 years has been very shifting, because what happens is when this planet passes by, the poles shift. And most people could feel that happening as I speak, that this planet is pole shifting now. And the people have all.
So what made them come and get you? Like did you call? Did somebody call the cops on you? Did you call 911 or something? What happened?
Already begin to lose their minds. And the people, the Illuminati, are even stepping up their programs at a higher pace.
You ain't lying.
Based all upon this particular planet, which NASA is denying. They told us about Y2K. They gave us information about and all this various information dealing with comets and meteors. Yet here is Planet X with all ancient documentation, and they're not breathing a word of it. That ought to tell you something. Just this year alone, we see in New York City, we see buildings collapsing. All of a sudden, scaffolding buildings collapse in the Bronx, building collapse in Manhattan, you see. Just collapse. In the movie Core, you go see the movie Core, very interesting movie. It's about how Earth's magnetic field is being changed based on pole shifting because the liquid that's in the core, which is a liquid metal or liquid iron, and it causes a friction, creating magnetism, electromagnetism.
Yo, how many of y'all in the chat ready to get up out of here? Either I get rich now or just get me out of this motherfucking planet.
Magnetic energy. And this particular fluid or iron stops moving around the core. And so what happens is Earth loses its electromagnetic field. And of course, they put, which was interesting, a black man who was the creator of this gigantic machine that would save the Earth, to go into the center of the Earth and heal the Earth, was a black man that created this particular machine. But in there, it shows the effects of pole shifting, and these effects actually are played out in the movie in the form of they show radiation beaming from the sun right through the ozone layer, burning up bridges, boiling water, you see. And it also shows how just large numbers of people just drop dead. Now, these things have taken place on this planet. They don't say anything to you. You don't.
Well, I ain't know you get seizures, man. Shout out to Athena too. She gets seizures too. You the second TI I know that gets seizures, man.
Played out in a movie in the form of they show radiation beaming from the sun right through the ozone layer, burning up bridges, boiling water, you see. And it also shows how just large numbers of people just drop dead.
It's crazy.
Now, these things have taken place on this planet.
Yeah, it's going on
right now. They
don't
say anything to you. You don't read about it, or you don't hear about it, or they put it in a small little article. 20 people just dropped dead. And so they just keep it quiet. Just on the other side of the planet. These things have been going on for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
In the last 10 to 15 years, you've been hearing a lot about earth changes, ozone depletion, global warming. All of a sudden, you're hearing these things for the last 10, 15 years. You see, that is because this planet moving into the actual trajectory along with the Earth, moving in its orbit closer to Earth, which was prophesied to happen by in many ancient texts. Many ancient texts. So we're going to get more into that. But just to give you a foundation of what we're going to get into. Now, many scholars, such as Zachariah Stitchin, Dr. York, who talked about this particular Planet X throughout the 70s, actually, say that it is some type of fourth-dimensional battle star with some type of galactic federation upon it, with these mini planets or ships that follow behind this particular Nibiru or Planet X. And these particular ships are supposed to have cloaking technology. Now, why is that important? I mean, we don't really know. Also, the Planet X is supposed to have like a gold dust atmosphere about it, you see, which will explain a lot as far as the Jews in South Africa constantly digging up gold. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Because they did a documentary on, I believe it was on the History Channel, and it said that digging in South Africa was so deep for gold, is what they tell us, that you could put 30 World Trade Centers up under the ground, and that's how deep they've been digging. They have people living up under there working now.
And we already know that for a fact now. This is 2003, y'all. For those just coming on in, this is 2003. We already know this is a fact now. It's mad videos on YouTube. People, TikTok videos trending on Perky, on OG, on Trip 55. I done seen all the videos. People, they got how they living under the ground, cities under the ground. So you already know this dude right here was already dropping Jews in 2003. Shout out to this brother.
And they showed the elevators going down, down, down into this particular place, supposedly digging up gold. Now, when you really think about that, does that really make sense? To dig that far down for that much gold, they have so much gold now, you could store up warehouses of this stuff. Yet they keep it from the masses and sell you fake gold. So what is the purpose of all this gold? What is going on with this? Or is it gold at all? Now, my sources tell me that in South Africa, according to ancient texts, the Nuberians, or they were called, what are they called? They were called the Nephilims, or the Anunnaki, as Dr. York would say, supposedly came to Earth thousands of years ago and left a stargate in South Africa. Now, that would make more sense than them constantly digging up nothing but gold. Although gold is very susceptible to electromagnetic pulses, it is a great conductor. But supposedly...
Yeah, they need gold powder in their atmosphere to retard radiation to their planet for their survival. That is true. That is true, man. That's why they salvage all the minerals, copper, gold, platinum, you know, all that stuff. You know what I mean? The beasts know what they're doing.
There's supposed to be a star thousands of years ago and left a stargate in South Africa.
Stargate.
Now, that would make more sense than them constantly digging up nothing but gold. Although gold is very susceptible to electromagnetic pulses, it is a great conductor. But supposedly, there's supposed to be a stargate up under South Africa somewhere. And evidently they have not found it. Now, what's interesting about that is that another stargate was supposedly placed on the Earth that was written about, and that's supposed to be in modern Iraq, which is where America all of a sudden wants to go in there looking for weapons of mass destruction. What is this weapon of mass destruction?
It's directed energy, DARPA,
What is this weapon of mass destruction?
It's
now, according
GangStalking.
to from what I understand, Germany, China, America, all helped, and Australia all helped Saddam build underground tunnels over ancient underground tunnels. And in doing so, the Germans and the Australians and Mexicans also said that there was an ancient stargate up under the tunnels where they were digging in Iraq. You see? So when we're talking about weapons of mass destruction, if they find a stargate or anything similar, will they even tell you about it?
What they put in the movie.
Will they even tell you about it? So now this brings into play some other information, because actually I believe Saddam is working along with the Illuminati. But what's interesting, and I want to show this footage again, is the spaceship or dragon that flew by the World Trade Center. Now, I originally said this was a dragon, and it's possible.
What, we got 14 people, only 7 likes? What's going on?
Because there is a gigantic bird that is being seen all over the world. They call it a bird. They don't know what it is. It's a huge, gigantic, prehistoric-looking bird that they're now beginning to see all over the planet. I have many articles on this. And all you got to do is just do a little bit of research, and you'll find that in the these latest articles on the internet or in the newspaper have talked about this.
Right now they're using us as the stargates. You know what I'm saying? The TIs are the stargates now. They're using the TIs as the gateway portals. That's why they linking us, to this hive mind. Putting the signal implants all in our bodies, got us connected to the grid, all in our Akashi records and shit.
But also, I can understand this being a spaceship guiding the planes into the World Trade Center and disappearing into time. Because you got to understand, that would make more sense of Iraq having this particular Stargate, where the Illuminati originally thought it was in Afghanistan. You see, where they also have underground tunnels.
Wow.
Underground tunnels. Must understand this stuff. But let's take another look at this footage of this flying saucer doing a flyby. Now remember, Nibiru is the name of the Anunnaki, the Nephilim, the Elohim, those who came from the heavens to the earth, a reptilian race. The Dogon tribe of Mali, Africa, have a legend about a race of amphibious gods who came to the earth from Sirius approximately 5,000 years ago. So the Nibirians started their colonizations in what is now known as South Africa. After disputing with each other and not agreeing on one thing, one set of Nibirians moved their spaceport into what is known as Iraq. After many years of digging for what we thought was gold in Africa, they were actually looking for an ancient Stargate. So you must understand that. So this Nibiru is dealing with really the whole book of Revelation. The whole book of Revelation.
The whole book of Revelation, y'all. I was just reading Revelations the other day on the channel.
Now, something else very interesting in the movie The Fifth Element.
That's right.
In the movie The Fifth Element, here you have this same story again.
Mm-hmm.
With this gigantic black planet coming toward the Earth. You see? Coming toward the Earth.
Who's seen The Fifth Element?
You want to check out the movie Core and The Fifth Element.
Right.
You see? But we will have to begin to prepare ourselves for these global superstorms. Global superstorms. And we're going to see this because we're getting many reports of all type of things going on. And on Fire Island, Fire Island is losing 3 feet a day to the ocean. 3 feet every year for the last 10 years of sand on the beach. So that's Fire Island. So we're talking about tornadoes. We're talking about hurricanes. We're talking about things that we're going to see. As a matter of fact, as I showed you this article here, mass appeal, the next day, which I believe they used weather machines, the next day was a blizzard. Right after they had this march, which was February 16th, Valentine's Day, mass appeal. Mass appeal, the next day, which I believe they used weather machines, the next day was...
You already said, right? Which I believe they use weather machines. They've been using it for a long time. HARP, DARPA. Go watch the Truman Show. When Truman tried to get away. They created the storm, everything.
A blizzard. Right after they had this march, which was February 16th. Valentine's Day. Mass appeal. Valentine's Day what? Massacre. Valentine's Day mass. And so what happened was there was a snowstorm, a blizzard.
I guess the rest of people that's watching the tune in must be bots, but it's okay though, because I'm glad y'all here. You could at least take your shoes off and wipe your feet on the rug and hit the like button though. You know what I'm saying? But come over here and get this information too, because you need it more than any. All the bots, there's 18 people in here, 7 likes. All the bots, y'all need it more. So bring your ass on over here.
The next day, when they were supposed to have a huge march in New York. And just recently, the same exact thing happened about a week ago. They were going to have a huge march on the UN in New York, and a gigantic snowstorm came in the middle of April. Now, there are some people who came to me and said, look, this snow doesn't seem real. It seems a little...
Y'all hear that? 2003, they was talking about fake snow. And we already know right now, they already has fake snow all over the damn place now. Texas and all over these states.
Synthetic and powdery.
Fake snow.
So we got to understand, 2 giant marches were supposed to happen. 2 huge storms came. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So we want to get into some mind control, a lot of stuff that's going on. When we talk about St. Valentine's Day Massacre, here's a very interesting article. Let me get a close-up on that. So this is the article where you had all these teenagers, young kids, 20, 22, go to this E2 club.
Oh, yeah.
E2 club.
Y'all remember that?
And what happened was...
Yeah, that E2 club was crazy, bro.
Supposedly a fight broke out on the dance floor.
That was a setup.
And when this fight broke out on the dance floor, they say that the DJ told the security guards to use pepper spray to break up the fight.
Allegedly.
And what actually happened, though, when they started spraying, first of all, the fight supposed to have started with 2 women. But it's my contention that the fight started with electromagnetic beams coming through the speaker. This technology was invented in 1969.
Yes, it was.
In 1969, they invented the technology to take other people's thoughts, use an amplifier, and project them into your mind.
V2K. V2K, y'all. That's what he talking about. This 2003, 2026 today now.
Technology to take other people's thoughts, use an amplifier, and project them into your mind.
They ain't doing this to us, y'all? Come on, man.
So they use these particular... Anytime they want something to go down, they beam these particular thoughts onto the masses of the people.
See, this is here. Y'all keep talking about, oh man, it's money. Yeah, I told you, there's a couple of dollars involved, but this is mind control, bro. The people are under mind control and don't even know it.
And what happened? You had all these people rushing, piling. Now it only came out of one speaker.
Trying to get out the club.
Everybody else in the club was dancing, having a nice time. But everybody on the right side of the club went piling out of this one little exit. Piling out of this one little exit, crushing and killing all those who were in the front of the crowd.
Y'all could look that up. You go look up the I forgot what was it that he just said it was called, but the club in Chicago in like 2003, I think it was
20 people or more. Now, actually, it was 21 people. Now, the Daily News reported and said it was. I think they said it was 12. 21, 12, backwards. Gotta understand that.
Numerology.
Happened in Chicago at the E2 Club.
The E2 Club.
Remember the term E2?
E2, look it up.
These are programming codes.
Mm.
E2, what is called the Epitome, was the name of the club, which was originally started for like basketball players and movie stars and all that kind of stuff, black. And Jesse Jackson has something to do with it.
Jesse.
And as time went on, it became open to the general public. Now, the night that this stampede happened, Allen Iverson was supposed to be there. And Allen Iverson came out and said, the police is trying to kill him.
Wow.
Iverson said that.
Wow.
I have the article, anyone who wants that article.
Wow.
And that is also the club where Tyson was accused of rape. Very interesting, this E2 club.
Yeah, this was going down.
But what's also very interesting is that a sister, Kalisa Howard, said she saw some strange security person before, when she got out, her and her boyfriend got out. After they got out, she saw the security person run to the door and bolt the rest of the people in purposely and wouldn't let them out as they were dying.
He was a bot. He got paid. He was a gang stalker.
Ran away. They don't even know who he is or where he came from.
He was a gang stalker.
Ralphie Myers said they killed these kids.
Yeah, they did.
Finally, an attorney named Andre Grant said that someone yelled poison gas. And that's what,
if I'm not mistaken, I think they knocked the building down. You can look it up, but I think they knocked that building down from the club.
Started the stampede. It wasn't the spraying of the pepper spray. Someone yelled poison gas, and all these kids piled into this doorway.
This is you're gonna have to rewind it back. Faith over fear. This is the brother, rest in peace, to Azazel Bay, and he's breaking it down. It's called Wag the Dog. So it's almost over. So all you got to do is when I stop this live stream, just go back and rewind it, man. It's very important.
Killing 21 and injuring 50 people. Seriously.
Who all got paid from that?
Now you got to understand how mind control works here. We're going to get more into it. Remember the E2 Club.
The E2 Club.
You have to understand that that was a terrorist act.
Yes, it was.
Why? Because we showed the newspaper article here, February 16th. Mass.
It's like they picking us off, yo. You know what I'm saying? They just picking us off. And the people are still blind. They're still sheep. They still sleep. They still gang stalking you. They still, you know what I mean? The weapons is just too strong for the human mind. Just taking over people's minds, got them acting silly, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like every time you turn around, there's just all types of incidents going down. And in the news, the news can't cover all this information. There's so much stuff going down. And even in this day of time, we got this internet and stuff, and you see all this crime that's taking place. Just imagine what was going on in the 90s, which that's the year I came up. I came up in the 90s. We already know gangbanging was crazy back in the 90s. So just all the information and all the deaths and stuff that happened that didn't get recorded. You know what I mean? That didn't, get, that people don't know about. It's so much, man. I'm trying to tell you, dog. And people still want to believe. You don't want to believe that this place is hell.
Appeal. Mass appeal.
Mass appeal.
Well, you got to understand something. As a black person, you should have some sort of knowledge of these rituals that go on.
Yeah, you should.
Especially those of you who have knowledge of self.
Facts.
This particular E2 or Epitome 2 stampede took place on St. Valentine's Day Massacre. You see, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, which was a ritual.
A ritual
that killed 21 of these kids and injured 50.
That's what I was trying to tell Ronald Davis. He was like, man, it ain't no ritual. And it is a damn ritual. A ritual. Let me give y'all the definition of ritual. I wish I can look it up right now, but ritual means something that you do repeatedly, right? You know what I mean? Over and over and over. That's what a ritual is, right? Brushing your teeth can be a ritual. Going to the gym can be a ritual. You know what I mean? Something that you taking a shower is a ritual. A ritual is the gang stalking is a ritual. They gang stalk you every day. They try to sacrifice you. It's a ritual. They out to get you. They're trying to sacrifice you. They want you dead. But at the same time, they want you to lose your soul, I guess. They want you so miserable or whatever.
And how do we know it was a terrorist act?
Anybody hit the cash app up, $ the Christ 777.
Not just based on the numerology, as far as it being St. Valentine's Day Massacre. But let me show you some footage of the second time they tried to do this particular ritual. Plan 8.
That was it, y'all. That was it, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Rewind it if you late coming in. I'm gonna stop it right now, so that way it won't be too long. You know what I'm saying? It's almost an hour. So I see EC Melvin just popped up. Melvin, you gotta rewind this joint. You gotta rewind the video, bro. You came in late, but it's all good. Rewind it back and take notes. The brother was talking about V2K, projecting voices in your head, directed energy, EMF, all types of stuff. And this video was dropped in 2003, and we are in 2026, headed for 2027, and you already see what's going down. It's no longer a conspiracy theory. We are living this shit now. We're living in it. All right. So holla back, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming out. Don't forget to hit the like, share to everybody, whether they're a real one or a bot. I don't give a damn. And most likely they're gonna be a bot because that's who we surrounded by. Holla back, y'all. We out.